on the other side of things in Group D, 3-0 SSG, 3-0 Twisted Minds. They are unbeaten in games so far this tournament. If I was to predict, I'd be going not too heavily Vitality, a 60-40, but Vitality very much do get the tip off for me.
A 60-40?
I think 60-40.
I'd probably go closer, honestly, to about 80-20.
Really?
Yeah, I had the privilege to cast those Vitality matches. They're gross. They're giving NRG playing in an open season in NA against the rest of NA. So I'm like, okay, you guys are just gonna look like everybody else to them, and it's not gonna freak them out. They're also coming into this going, hey, you know, head to head. You've never beat us before, so.
Yeah, this season has been that turnaround. I mean, historically, NRG still have the edge, but before that, the last time they played, I think was in the 21-22 season. It's been like 4 years, and then all of a sudden, it's these new teams relatively on each side, and then it comes down to that 3-0 so far this time around. But we kick things off. Game one, where both of the sides also have timeouts they are able to take as per RLCS rules. Chat, I want to see what you are also thinking. Let us know if you're on Team Vitality or Team NRG.
Well, there's only one way to find out who it actually is, and that's to go into series. Again, for those of you who might be a little bit confused, this is first best of 7 of the rest of the weekend here, so a little bit longer than what you've all been used to, but that just makes for an even better series. I'm going to start off with a Vitality shot on net.
I think fingers and eyes going to be pointed straight towards Zen. What's his pop-up potential looking at? Because as you casted those series before with Vitality, who was that standout player for you?
I think for Vitality, in all honesty, it was Monkey Moon. I feel like a lot of the people want to see Zen, but Monkey Moon naturally was in a little bit of a flow state for me, at least. I'm curious if quarters and past it is Zen to pop off. My eyes, too, are also going to follow him. And then on the flip side, NRG, Daniel, Beast Mode, it doesn't matter where you look, everybody's kind of really had their moment around this time. Pass over to Atomic, shot on net, follow denied. Even though the third follow denied with the demo in the midfield.
It's a lovely demo as well, as you just see a couple of players chasing the ball. There's Exotic to shoot. Exotic now continues on that right-hand side. So far, it's just been Vitality having a couple more chances that we have seen from them. But, I mean, the aggression for NRG, it needs to reach a peak here. If you don't play aggressively against these huge French teams, you are just going to get swarmed. You are just going to struggle to really get anything on board. That is aggression as well. My goodness. What a goal from NRG to kick things off.
Well, ask and you shall receive. Atomic back over to Beast Mode, but just a gnarly way to put that in. I don't even know how you get it that close off of a backflip in. Props to you, Beast Mode. I was telling you before, he was really and truly having a series in the past beginning days of this weekend. He's having one here, and this is the time you said it, right? You got to be aggressive, especially against a team like Vitality. They're not coming into this with any form of respect towards you.
And also, we spoke about NRG a little bit domestically. Vitality really have not had that great of a season domestically. Our lands have been all right, but the fact that we haven't, as far as I'm concerned, seen Vitality reach their absolute peak, as we've seen Carmine Corp reach their peak, as we've seen Falcons reach their peak. I don't think we've seen that from Vitality just yet, and yet they've still beaten NRG on every single occasion. So that's going to be the difference maker. Zen does get it round 2. Monkey Moon didn't quite back him to do so.
Well, the way I think about it, every super team has their kryptonite. I think this is just theirs. And I feel like that's a very honorable team to have a frustration against when it comes in a head-to-head. Half this game left to go. NRG still holding on to their 1-goal lead here. Beast Mode going to slow things down up in the air. Monkey Moon already was up for the challenge. Zen for the quick follow on it as well, meaning NRG slowly getting pushed back as another shot comes in off the side.
I mean, that whole play ended up, or rather started with a poor touch from Daniel getting it into his own back corner. And every single player on Vitality with boost, and they completely trip each other over.
Excuse me, what was going on in the corner there? The rare Monkey Moon bump on his end.
That's horrible.
Definitely a missed call. Okay, that's dramatic.
No, that's horrible.
It is horrible. I'm sorry, guys. That was
That's very poor play. I think Monkey wanted to then go for something akin to like a Diaz going towards that backboard. Zen wanted to touch himself. Neither of them seemingly called it, or both called each other off. A miscom at the worst time. Great pass central from Zen. Does find Monkey Moon. They're clearly made up, which is nice to see. But NRG, excellent start from them so far. A pass across. Atomic can get rid of Atomic shot. Sorry, rather, exotic shot.
Another clear out. And NRG gonna try and turn 2 into 3 here. Atomic slowed it down. Big touch in the midfield. Daniel opting for the back pass, so NRG can kind of just regroup here. As he goes down, he saw Zen lurking in the middle. Exotic gonna do the same. The back pass isn't quite complete as the demo on the field opens up a little bit of a path here for NRG. Another demo. NRG opting for the very aggressive play to break into that Vitality half. And just over 1 minute to go here in this game number 1. Vitality have yet to find themselves out of their own side.
I mean, it's NRG taking that 2-0 lead so far, but over in the PUBG Battlegrounds, we have seen Twisted Minds take the win. That is their second game title win in a space of just a couple of weeks. That then means that we have got, over in the Club Championship standings, the Falcons get the top spot after getting 3rd in the PUBG PC, and they're now on 4,400 points. Vitality's still very much in it, wanting to move as high up that table as they can, but NRG are making it incredibly hard.
Unfortunately for this Vitality, they aren't quite as in it as before. A shot from Daniel. It was crossbar down, almost out. Monkey Moon's touch just slightly threw that one back into the net there, but either way, 3-0 up, 2-0 up. NRG have absolutely dominated this game number 1.
It's been a huge match for NRG. It's a wonderful scoreline for them. 3-0, lots and lots of insurance. And NRG, they are being that aggressive team that I think a lot of people wanted to see. And yes, you know, we mean about it, they're a defense team, whatever. But when their offense is on, it is truly exemplary. It is a dream to watch.
It really and truly is. 7 seconds left in regulation here. Vitality, most you could do is just demo them out and just start proving, you know, what level of aggression you're going to enter that game number 2 with. But you said it best, NRG showing everybody what they are made of and have always been made of, and that is the offensive masterclass that is composed of Daniel, Beast Mode, and Atomic.
Vitality, I think lots to think about there. NRG came up the gate swinging a lot harder, and then the few shots that we did see Vitality have on target really just couldn't find, not even the back of the net, but they just couldn't find anywhere past the first defender, let alone that second defender. The defense from NRG is truly one of the best in the world. It is so hard to break through, but goodness me, our first goal from B mode is a stonker.
You know, that whole defensive conversation that has been going on for, you know, months at this point is for good reason, and I definitely want to give them the credit they deserve on defense, but a big part of the reason that they are able to do as much as they do is they are kind of just letting Vitality play their game, letting them come at them, taking their transitions out and making those quick turnovers that turn into goals too. And it almost, they're doing it so quickly that it is tripping Vitality up. You saw that bump, you know, on the end of Vitality that had resulted in the goal. I think we had seen almost a close second one towards the second half of that game there. But NRG take the opening win of our first quarters here at EWC.
And the quarterfinals, bear in mind, as soon as you lose this, you are going to be going home. No second chances, no group that you're playing out in. It's all just the playoffs. And how sweet would it be for NRG to be able to demolish the key of Vitality after the dominance they've shown over them this entire season so far. And on the flip side of things, Vitality just continuing, making it 4 across 2025.
Let's see what they changed so far. Not too much. They try to read it back into the middle there, but Monkey Moon very, very low boost. Even his follow-up partner on Exotic was low. Monkey had gotten the mid. Zen tried to just full commit as third man on up. And about 50 seconds into this one so far, NRG let Vitality again play their game, push their way towards them. Zen's trying to do something different by cheating into their own half, but even that isn't enough to slow him down. And
you identified earlier on about the aggression that NRG were showing, and it was 14 demos across that first game, 9 of them in favor of NRG, and typically across an entire game, average this EWC is around 8.5. So NRG on their own getting more demos than they have for both teams normally combined across this event so far. So we see just a little bit of this aggression. It's a great pick from Monkey Moon. Keeps asking the question, how do NRG respond?
Well, hopefully in position. Right now they were all getting pretty crumbled up together on those plays there that were coming on in. Finally a little bit of a breakaway. Weird couple double commits that we've seen out of Monkey Moon and Zen. Whether it's a commit or just both of them attempting the same thought at the same time, and there is no communication to call somebody off, but it is an odd thing to notice as far as Vitality standards go.
And so far by that eye test, I think we've seen the Vitality doing about the same as they were doing at the start of game number one. Monkey Moon, that's on target, opposite corner as well. B mode stretches in that Fennec to make sure that he can work his way across to save it. Exotic the next 50, very central. Does get another touch. Monkey Moon comes in. Zen is up for a bump. But Atomic, wonderful speed from him in defense.
I've seen Zen do so many cuts, but what I fear it's starting to do is throw Exotic and Monkey Moon in an awkward position back on defense. Just because NRG
Put on the handbrake, beast mode. Get in front of him. That parking space is yours.
Hey, listen, whatever you got to do to take it. But this time, Monkey Moon's going to do it to him. Halfway point, they find a tiny sliver of space. It comes off of a touch on Beast Mode's car, and 50's on in.
I mean, it was a decent touch from Beast Mode, but the speed 10% more, and then the final shooter isn't there to then get it in the back of the NRG net. Vitality, they get their first goal against NRG now this series.
Let's see if they can hold on to it, though. That is the bigger question. NRG haven't quite been put into a situation where they've needed to respond quickly on this one. Zen, flipper set forward. Daniel just played the patient game and quickly hands it off over to Beast Mode. That's the fake to go in, but it's wide.
Saw that little old double commit on the map border yet again. Monkey Moon and Zen not currently singing from the same hymn sheet. Gothic sees one central. It's going to be Zen, but again, Atomic, this defense, it really is impossible to break through at times. And Vitality, and they're getting on the wrong side of Atomic at this point. They need to make sure that the shots are that bit more awkward.
NRG just, again, allowing Vitality to come at them. Here comes that transition out from Beast Mode. Vitality haven't quite been able to connect on pretty much anything. Now NRG is getting a little frustrating. One person going up in net, trying to look for a bump or an open path for their teammates. Beast Mode, no connect on anyone. Instead, it's the 1v1 towards Daniel that he takes every time.
I think down wanting that one to go central. Bit too much beans on it. It's going to be sending it straight past Atomic's car. We're near entering that final minute. And this one goal lead has stayed very strong so far. A nice turn and challenge from B Mode. Pinches it straight into the back half. Zen can then pick it up from the back ball. Wants to pinch it underneath, but Daniel intelligently waits. Wants to receive the ball from Monkey Moon. Monkey Moon, though, low on boost. And Zen actually ends up retreating.
Got 1 minute left here for NRG to try and get back into this one. Game number one. They held pretty solid possession over this ball here. It's been a different story in game number two. Vitality able to take it back a little bit quicker here. Let's see what NRG can do to work with. Exotic had already pre-jumped. It's not going to stop Daniel from bumping him off. Zen just tried to complete the play here. Monkey Moon into the corner. Round one, 30 seconds left on the clock, Stumpy.
And onto the backboard. I mean, Zen again wants to try and find Monkey Moon, but it's low boost territory. Vitality to defend. It's Atomic to come in. Zen dives in, shows him what he's made of defensively. Monkey Moon with a lot of boost at the back. Over one. Wants to continue, but gets tripped up by an enemy and then his own teammate. Final 10. Zen challenges Daniel, and in the back half, where NRG do not want to be. It's a fake, a miss, in fact, because Atomic doesn't commit to it. Exotic now can just waste a little bit more time to the ceiling. Monkey Moon, contact should be made. Contact is Vitality. Game number two. Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, they dropped it right smack in between all three members of NRG2, which got to have a little sting to it that nobody could at least get one final touch on there. But a one-goal game, actually incredibly close, and I love the progression that we got from Vitality in comparison from game one to game two. In game number one, I felt like, you know, NRG definitely held that ball a lot closer than they did this time. Vitality definitely recognized that, you know, those bumps and push outs moments like this where you are already in preparation for those follow-ups. That was the difference maker. NRG was not given the space to do that this time, and Vitality ran away. Once they got that first goal, they never let go.
When the possession completely changed. In game number 1, it was around 60% played in the half of Vitality. So they were very much under the pressure, as we saw by the scoreline. This one, 50-50. So Vitality wrestled back, 10% to go more in their favor. I think Vitality, they've started to come online a bit more. NRG absolutely ruled the roost in game number 1. But this time, Vitality seem a little bit more sure of how they want to handle this game. Cassio has clearly had some important words in game number 3 with no timeouts taken. Normally they come after 2 game losses. Be interested to see just what we see out of both of these sides, because both have got those game plans. Exotic, he is up on his own to sink a double, but down on the goal line.
Absolutely not. NRG is going to be very well prepared for the highs and the lows of a lot of these Vitality shots. And that was great communication from them to keep Daniel down low. But it's not going to stop here. Monkey Moon from the corner, no pressure. Instead, he played it a little bit slower, tried to get that ball. He at least had gotten it on target, but NRG takes possession back. They go for their shot, and it's immediately taken away.
And Zen up in the skies, has to try and get away from Beast Mode, who is chasing him from behind. Beast Mode then clear it away, straight towards Atomic. Oh my goodness, the 3-man play. It goes down. The next one to it is Beast Mode. Didn't expect the Exotic miss. And the sheer speed of some of these passing plays we've seen in the last 3 or 4 series, they have been a wonder to experience.
I definitely expected to stay this high level of speed too. NRG plays so much better at it. And it is kind of forcing Vitality to think a little bit quicker on it. Maybe not necessarily uncomfortably, but
what a touch.
NRG in a flow state is nasty. Daniel Flick pop up one, crossbar, no in. Vitality got to use what they got left to get this out of their half.
I'm amazed it took us till game 3 to see NRG absolutely slam the crossbar. They normally love doing that about 4 times per game and making it a lot closer than it needs to be. Daniel to receive, that one going just a smidge over the top. I mean, this has been a lot more like game number 1, I think. The pressure is building against Vitality. It's on target again, and a demo. NRG are a whisper away from their first goal, and Vitality need to butt their ideas up.
Look at the amount of times, too, that NRG is like predetermining where this ball is going to go. They're already all cheating up far enough to either A, open up a pass, or B, do a follow-up just like this. Then, unfortunately, this time Reddit working with Exotic to get this ball into that net isn't gonna happen this time. Daniel, even on low boost over 1, pass over to Atomic to the backboard. It's a little bit awkward. Beast Mode, I think, might commit to making the challenge he does.
I like that Zen, though, decided to keep that one close. I think he kind of was caught between 2 minds of either bang it to the corner or keep it close. Atomic is going to be bearing down upon him regardless. But he keeps it close right behind himself. It's a lovely touch in the end from Zen, but he does make my heart jump, that boy.
No, it's definitely understandable that you never quite know what you're going to get from this squad, especially after that game number 1. You're trying to see exactly what the plan is. Right now, Vitality, they're playing this one fairly close. Low boost, the pass off over to Zen. Atomic's got to play the patient game. It's under him. Can he get over Daniel, though? Daniel's patience plays off, too. And
we're seeing Vitality start to put more pressure on NRG here. NRG have had pretty much the entire first 3 minutes all to themselves, and now it's Vitality's turn. Zen does miss. It's a whifty-whifty between him and Daniel into the corner, rather towards the side. Sees Beastman pick up the boost, ends up going low. Low pinch, Exotic, clever 50, and the second one is not going to be successful enough. Atomic with a giga 2v1.
Such a beautiful rotation to it. It started all the way back where he called off Daniel and just full spent forward to go up behind Beast Mode, let him do his thing and do that cleanup. Vitality hasn't done the best job of recent preparing for those follow-ups, but hey, if you're an NRG fan, that is exactly what you want to see.
Great pass from 1 of Monkey Moon to the second over in Zen. The corner Monkey Moon just waits, picks up the 100 boost, but now Zen has to challenge first Beast Mode with no boost. He doesn't know that though. Atomic can't get that next contact into the center, and now Vitality chase with 90 seconds remaining. Zen completely gets rid of that ball. He needed that touch to be a lot closer. He wants it to be closer. Actually, it ends up working out because the NRG defense didn't realize they were getting control of this ball, and he flubs it. Beast Mode into the corner. It's a slightly heavier touch. And Exotic just completely chases it down pitch.
It's a straight rip on net too, and I don't think anybody was prepared for how fast that was going to be coming at their faces. 1-1. 1:19 on the clock in a tied series. No follow-up goal off the kickoff there, though.
Good chance here from Dan, straight up and down. Exotic to receive, and now Vitality. They've got that one goal, desperate for their second. Beast Mode to pass it up. Daniel actually waits, ends up getting to it. Goodness me, it goes right above the bar. Monkeyman has to make contact. He does, thankfully, for Vitality and their fans.
52 left here. Beast Mode up into the sky. Here comes challenge from Exotic. Exotic playing a little bit slower in the air to try and get this back in possession, and Monkey Moon does the same. But low boost all the way around for Vitality. In fact, less than 50 to the entire squad's name here. NRG unaware. Instead, they're just gonna throw this one towards their half. Hopefully, here comes the challenge from NRG off the sidewall. Atomic next, no bump onto any of the members of Vitality. Instead, it's just a transition from Atomic out into the corner.
And Exotic slows it down, then catches up with the ball very quickly. Monkey Moon with a low 50 musty. And that takes us into the final 10 seconds. Exotic challenge on that cut through. Monkey Moon backboard. He's going to have to stay behind this one. Exotic wants to bump one out of the way now. Falls down to Zen on his own. That one ends up falling low. Daniel just passes straight back over to Zen. Makes his job a little bit easier. To the corner. Next player to it will be nobody. Overtime. Game 3.
NRG kind of have been losing at least control of very intensive moments of this game, something that wasn't happening to them in game number 1. Vitality getting their footing again. A Monkey Moon taking his time. Zen has no space to work with on that backboard. Instead, it's a pass over to Daniel in the air, almost past one. Beast Mode demoed off the attempt to do the follow.
There's a massive demo. It's now going to be Zen versus Beast Mode. Low on boost. He can flick him into the next dimension. Then a huge fist pump as well secures game number 3 and the first overtime in the series for the Frenchies.
Oh man, Vitality is definitely getting back into this one there. I mean, you saw it at the end. Atomic, instead of going for a touch on the ball, tried to get the bump on Zen. Unfortunately for him, Zen just was faster in that situation, and his control truly is otherworldly. Game number 3 goes to Vitality, but a full series and a trophy is going to Twisted Minds.
Yeah, this was the moment that they managed to take that dub in PUBG Battlegrounds. Twisted Minds are now tied for 4th place in the Club Championship standings after VP got 50 points after getting 8th. That then gives them the chance to qualify for that top prize money. Huge amount that these players are playing for, not only on this stage, but for every single person that is involved with their org behind the scenes, back at home, or here in Riyadh at the Esports World Cup. Every competitor from these orgs do normally come across and support every other stage because it could be important for their own pockets too. And NRG, I don't believe have opted to take a timeout here. I wouldn't either, for the record, but...
Would that be like an ego thing, or you're just saving it?
I don't need a timeout versus Vitality, mate. They get it done in 4. Yeah, I don't think a timeout helps me, unfortunately. I'm not even going to waste their time.
I was like, you're not going to waste their time.
I think it's rude. I don't want to be rude to them. I mean, NRG, I think that, I was going to say, to be honest, during that entire game, I felt more scared of what NRG were about to do. Their aerial plays felt a lot more threatening. And yet, double fake kickoff starts us off immediately. And Beast Mode, the greedy boy, he gobbles up 200 boost within 5 seconds.
Hey, as you should, King. Do it the NA way.
The harassment on Zen is going to be continuing in that blue half. From the backboard, though, is it Zen, is it Diaz? Well, we're still asking that question as he makes it past the halfway line. Exotic no touch, Monkey Moon with the next one. And it really was a fantastic goal from Zen that shuts down NRG in that 3rd game. But game 4 will be very, very vital, either series point or a drawn level. NRG obviously wanting the latter.
Monkey Moon was going to try and finish that one up there, but instead NRG are at least holding on to this ball a little bit longer. They give possession up as that shot off the backboard falls back into the hands of Vitality. Of course, Vitality going to try and cover that backboard a lot. A rare touch goes down, almost in favor of NRG, but you can see Vitality just kind of scrambling around into position, preparing for NRG to come and fight in their faces for this ball. A shot ripped on net from the midline, though. Sends this one back to NRG.
I mean, the aggression has been a massive part of this series so far. We saw, I think, 14 demos in game number 1, 15 in the last game. There was also an overtime, which does help things out, but that's still a monstrous number of metal sent to the scrapyard.
335. I mean, you're still scoreless in this one, which is, I think, almost a better sign for NRG. This team might be playing this one a little bit slower. Beast Mode has all the boost in the world to try and make this clear, but Exotic, beautiful touch, kept it out for now, all the way to the backboard there. Vitality, again, they are just allowing NRG to rip these shots towards net. Quick transition out, left for Zen. Can he go? No.
A weak shot in the end from Zen, but the setup was really beautiful. Vitality starting to now link up, and NRG, I've seen them smash that ball as far as they can many, many times, like this again. Daniel's going to read it. He was on for it, but I think that was a clear from Zen in the end, as Exotic did miss. It's taken almost half the game for the first demo to rein in, however. Psycho, unable to be found by Beast Mode. And you know what, it's been very impressive. The amount these players have found each other in the air at absolute full pace. Zen with the 50. Balls to Exotic with 100 boost, but crept a little bit too far forward. He was on the front foot, which is what Vitality have been this whole series so far, either for better or for worse. One pass central, Daniel opts to go away from that chance. Monkey Moon, they'll just go for the man here. Instead, does go for 50 on the ball. Exotic ahead of the crossbar, but Zen to just receive and calls Monkey Moon straight back into action.
You know, that big conversation about NRG's defense, a big part of it is how often they also neutralize their opposition. Unfortunately, that can't be the only factor in it. You do got to bring out that insane offense that we all know you are capable of as well, and we just haven't quite seen it. They've done a couple of these attempted drops to each other, but Vitality just continue to throw their hands up and intercept and clean transition out into that NRG side. You're going to see it again here. Exotic, hand up, ball down, Beast Mode on net, though.
Clever.
NRG do it back to Vitality.
That's such a clever shot. For all of you ranked warriors in chat, look at where he shoots it. Slow and towards that near side. And then forces Monkey Moon. He has to jump in case he goes opposite top corner. Beast Mode knows that. He says, cool, you jump, mate. You then leave that other top corner nearer to you, the easier shot, a lot more open. Genius from NRG and B Mode to have this last 100 seconds be in their possession.
And the last time we saw them have that one goal, they held on to it, but it doesn't even matter at this point. Zen's just going to hit it down onto the ground.
So I thought Exotic here got completely bumped up by the ball. He might have had it still there, but I think he did jump to begin with. That's what launched him higher. Daniel, he just tries to nip in, makes the job in the end for NRG a lot harder. And only 10 seconds later, Vitality secure an equalizer.
Got to see what they can work with off the kickoff. Out into the side here, Daniel just going to try and hold on to it. Instead, falls back straight to Exotic again. Same amount of boost to work with here. It's just an air dribble into the backboard, and NRG going to try and take it away. Another back pass for Vitality to not only regain resources, but just reconvene as they head over the midline. Reset over one. Power, beauty, and a
That is concentrated goodness across the pitch. The pop from the reset is everything that you would ever dream of when you start learning them. The second goal for Vitality, put it in the Louvre.
Just the fact that Zen has the control and capability that he does is so much fun to watch every single time. Just over a minute left. NRG, you gotta respond on this one. You gotta get out of your own half, but Vitality are gonna try and play the box game. Monkey Moon over to Zen, another shot, slower on target, still able to be kept out. But NRG, they have not been able to spot each other, or at least a clear.
So far, NRG are doing much better in this series than they did in the previous best of 7 they faced off against Vitality. They couldn't even win a game. They couldn't get over a single goal against Vitality. And in this one, they're going to need at least one more than that single goal if you're going to be even finding overtime. Beast Mode versus Monkey Moon. Balls to Zen, the last player NRG want to see on that ball. Central. As Daniel isn't quite close enough. Playing it still a little bit too safe. Beast Mode wants to intercept. He does, but he ends up sending it to his own back half. I love the idea. The execution not quite there. Final 3 seconds. Atomic has to do it all. Unfortunately for him, Zen is in the way. He's gonna dish it home too. Works it past all three. It is très bien for Vitality. It is 3 goals for them. 3 games, 1 more, and they see semis.
Zen absolutely is the GOAT, no doubt to that, or the fans, but also Vitality as a whole are absolutely disgusting in this series. They might have had a moment where it could have been questioned what was going on in the tug-of-war for the series win, but Vitality, as time is going on, are showing everybody that no matter what, every time they see NRG, it doesn't matter in what timeline, they are going to come back.
I love seeing Exotic there. I didn't quite realize before that he completely goes away from the ball, ends up then going for the player, which then makes Daniel have to come in for beast mode. Daniel is left in a rock and a hard place there. It's impossible for him to do much better with 0 boost. I mean, it was a little bit too harsh. But this second goal, it's from his own backboard, has the 100, beats out Atomic, flicks it so high, knows then that Dan wants to send it straight forward because he's coming off that sidewall. That is a monstrous play. And Zen ending on completely 0, then follows then it up into the final goal that we see. Zen greater than the world is currently being proven as well as Vitality. 1 away from seeing a semi-finals, and it'll either be GK or Dignitas, another European team facing off against them. NRG, they're not the only hope right now for, NRG are not the only hope for NA. We've also got SSG, but NRG do take their tactical timeout.
All right, tactical timeout has officially been called by the one and only Sathu. We're gonna see what he's got cooking up for them headed into this next game. Hopefully something can be done about the fact that Vitality was able to take 9 shots versus only their mere 2. An insane number. That is so low to hear from NRG. This is a squad that usually is just, they are ripping it on net, or at least in the vicinity at all times, but 9-2. And of course, Zen being accredited with 6 of those 9, by the way.
And scored 2 of them.
Yep.
So he's sitting on 30.
He's on
with
one.
2 fantastic goals. I mean, on Aquadome, it is everything in NRG's court. The ball is in their court, the fish is in their ocean, and the trophy is slipping from their fingers. Vitality, chance here to go 4-1 against North America's greatest.
NRG got a fairly long road ahead of them, but that's never deterred them. We're gonna see, can they get back into it here?
I mean, beast mode here. He needs to make sure that he's going to be stepping up. We've seen him be the guy. We've seen Atomic and Tam both be the guy a little bit as well. Atomic this season, certainly so. Exotic with a 50 central. Atomic's now going to be the next guy to it. I love to see when all 3 and NRG are linking together. Not seen that really since game number 1. And my God, Exotic rips it on net. It's a pass across from Monkey Moon. And I said about those, the full speed plays, the full speed passing plays, Dan gets a touch. But when it is with so much precision and such velocity, Daniel's car is going to be coming away with a big old dent and an insurance claim for even getting near it.
That's honestly not even far off from what the entire situation even is like right now, but 1-0. More than enough to hold on. NRG is going to try and respond to it, though. Pass over to beast mode. Goes for the demo play. Still hits crossbar and out. But a tiny little touch from Daniel is more than enough to get NRG back into this.
It's a stunning cash and then into the reset for beast mode. We said we wanted to see him become more activated. That seems to be happening now. And the way that I think beast mode approaches this game is so interesting, where we've seen him also get goals from this. And some of my favorite goals this season is from beast mode, where the ball's coming straight towards him, sort of like that through ball action, and then it comes into the reset and he can then score it or assist it. But the way that he catches the ball, it feels revolutionary.
Well, in one of these matches, beast mode was craziest as far as boost grabbing went. I want to see him share a little bit more. I'm sure that that is the case in this one for now. Allowing NRG a little bit more space off sidewall out. Atomic's just going to meet in the mid line, just kind of shadow Monkey Moon a little bit here. No committed attack from Vitality.
We saw Exotic in that previous game be on 0 boost for twice as long as the next closest player. Over a minute he was on 0 boost, and the next was around 30-odd seconds. Tough life for him, but they still managed to get away with the dub. Maybe he could learn from Beast Mode and steal some more from his side of the pitch if he's not going to keep gobbling it all up. But 2 minutes in, and NRG look more alive than they did in the previous game. Monkey Moon moves out of the way for Zen, on target, but Beast Mode with 0 boost does the in and out and impossibly clears it away.
I mean, that's the NRG defense that everybody's been commending so much, right? Now you got that transition out, but can he stay there? Daniel off the ceiling, down. Where's Atomic? Beast Mode is going to be the one to do it. You don't need Atomic in that situation. It's a full Beast Mode commit from the back line.
Just hit it. Just hit it hard. Just smack it. No one's home. Why overcomplicate things?
No, yeah, it's all it is. It's just a one-touch forward. It's the same as Daniel did on the first goal. He came in, he was like, no, you don't got to do all that. You just into the net.
That's it. All hit. You don't need to mess around with all these fancy flip resets. It's going to be another one for Beast Mode. Just hit it, son. Just absolutely rock it downfield.
This is not the end of NRG. Beautiful pass.
That's so stunning.
Absolutely cooked on that one. 2-goal lead headed into the second half of this game. NRG not going down without a very intense fight.
I mean, NRG all season have had fight in them. It's not always paid off, but they've always had the ambition to do everything that they can. Monkey Moon sees one central. It's Zen just wide of target. Exotic now is going to be on target, but the low boost defenders can clear it away. And this swarming play from Vitality is so dangerous. Monkey Moon beats 2, but does get his legs taken out in the process.
One over to Monkey Moon there, but NRG again playing that patient game defensively and trying to wait for their opportunities to clear out. Beast Mode ends up leaving it. A demo from Zen could have allowed Vitality to go a little bit further on this one, but Exotic had already committed, and now they're all going to race back as Beast Mode tries to make the clear out. It's quick cut in the air from Zen. Bump onto Daniel, but he still manages to recover in time to make the save.
Exotic wants to track this one back, and Atomic reads it to perfection. Ends up missing then on that big clear at the back. Final 90, Monkey Moon crept forward, but can react quick enough to the fast shot from Beast Mode. And NRG, much better performance compared to the last couple of games. They seem a lot more in. Vitality, their grip has just loosened somewhat. They've not let go. It's a little bit looser. It's a bump as well, and the play from Vitality just overextends. NRG get their 4th. That is now joined to most amount of goals that they have scored against Vitality all season in a single game. They've only ever got 4 past them in a single match. And they're doing it again on the biggest stage, EWC.
This is, I mean, if there is a moment to step up, it truly is right now. Backs against the wall again. Your key being crushed is in question for NRG, but they are going to hopefully avoid that for a little bit longer here. Vitality looking to find 3 goals in a minute if they can. But of course, that NRG defense is riding tried and true all the way to the other end of the field. Almost a beat out on Monkey Moon. Beast Mode didn't commit to the follow-up. Instead, they just allow Vitality to play out their next play.
Yeah, I don't even hate Beast Mode not going for that. It doesn't really matter. Win by 4, you know, win by 3 doesn't.
It might have mattered to win by 4.
But in the end, I might actually just be stupid.
Yeah.
Turns out the Vitality get one down the other end.
It definitely was one of those moments you're going to think back on and wish, all right, maybe I should have taken the shot.
In 40 seconds, I will either agree with you or say, haha, I was right. And we'll find out which.
You know, for the sake of NA, I do hope you are right. And honestly, I would love to watch this go for another one. 30 seconds left on the clock here. NRG now just throwing hands up and their cars.
If Monkey Moon misses that corner boost, it means that any of these plays are going to be shut down a little bit more. Exotic misses. Chance Monkey Moon does get that 50. Final 10 are rapidly approaching. With NRG full control of this board, it's going to take a miracle for Vitality to come back on Aquadome. They're not going to do it. We move into game number 6. Still on that series point with NRG on the brink of being knocked out and their key near crushed.
a valiant effort from NRG in that last game. One more moment to prove yourselves and attempt again to avoid getting your key crushed. These are single elimination playoffs now. Pressure higher than ever.
The only time any of these teams could lose from this point on and then play another match is that third place playoff. Vitality just couldn't really get as much going in this game. And it was an impressive performance from NRG to keep them going too. I mean, we saw during that tactical timeout, it was Sathi walking behind them like a general. He walks with so much, it's like back straight, arms behind the back, telling his boys what to do, and it has worked, Herbert.
Again, there's been so many conversations about what coaches truly bring to the table. I believe Sathi is arguably top 2 in the entire world, top 3 at most if you want to bring a couple of other people into the conversation. But it is just something about what he can say to his teams in a moment like this where you are down. Historically, this is not a fight you win no matter how good you are at doing. And somehow he has always managed to at least get them to fight at 110% until the very, very end.
And 110% has now meant that NRG have won more games against Vitality than they have all season long. Yeah, so far, the best they've done is a 3-1 result. They have now doubled that amount in this one series alone. So NRG, they're finding that secret to unlock their real ability against international competition.
Shot on net. Bigger save from Daniel, though. Low boost all the way around for NRG is not going to stop them, or at least slow them down from getting out of their own halves. Then pitched it off the ceiling, but it's immediately sent straight back to where it came from, that blue side there. NRG want to get possession of this ball back. Atomic to the backboard there. Monkey Moon gives them just enough space, but it's a miss.
I mean, if that's not NRG having a great chance to score and then slamming the backboard when it should have gone in, then I don't know what is. But they're going to be continuing this pressure into the corner. Exotic uses about 25 to clear it away. That's a great demo. Then Monkey Moon finds Exotic yet again. High above the goal, and Atomic to save. NRG, I think they're going to be scratching their heads, wondering how did we not find a 1-0 lead?
Well, they definitely have plenty of time to find another one. At least in this game here. Hasn't been secured quite yet. Daniel still manages to get past 2. Atomic's going to help bail him out of that one. No boost steal, but a pass off over to Beast Mode on the backboard, ripped out. But Daniel, he's trying to keep this in their favor. He does. Just going to shadow this ball on here. It's a bounce up. Can he get the read on it from a teammate? No, it's a clear out for Vitality.
It's all going to come down to whether they can actually beat Daniel in defense as well. He has 16 saves so far in this series. He's got the most on NRG. He has been a defensive wall. And Vitality have beaten him a couple of times, but when they beat one, they normally can't then beat him coming in as the second man. Atomic on that chance, though, to be the man to beat. Zen 50s it to Exotic. It's a lovely 50. Exotic's going to be waiting there. Is he going to pre-jump for it? No, Zen goes solo on his own. Ends up dropping it low, in fact. And Atomic, right place, right time. I don't think he had much say in that save, but he makes it anyway.
Listen, NRG might not want to be known as a defensive masterclass team, but at this point, I would want Vitality to be afraid of what they are throwing out on their end of the field. Now into Vitality's half, NRG going to work together to try and find each other. Atomic in the corner here, going to have to wait for the clear from Exotic. Who's next on the challenge other than Daniel?
Zen with full boost in the corner is a very scary prospect. Beast Mode does sort of help him out here as Monkey Moon then taps it straight down low. It's another save, this time from Beast Mode. Right place, right time. Not much say in it. Zen sees B-Mode, sees a 50, and sees gold in his future.
I wholeheartedly thought Exotic was at least going to get like a bump on somebody and need to do it, but no, you don't even need to worry about it. Atomic is attempted. It was a right place, right time, but it's Zen. He's going to dunk on him in that situation. The 1-goal lead goes to Vitality. We see how quick can NRG respond, or does Monkey Moon build here?
It's a lovely play as well from Exotic. You mentioned him going for that bump. He does so, and without making any contact, it still works. And Zen, he gets a catch, sees 2 to be, looking at the camera, he's shrugging. He's like, yeah, this is just what I do. The catch is beautiful, to die for him. He makes them crash into each other like a schoolyard bully. He secures the second.
There's something about watching two extremely high-level teams play each other, because when a player like Zen starts to get into that state of mind of, you know what, I am just a bit better than you guys. I know you were the top 3 of NA, but I'm the top 3 of the world. Vitality starts to look completely different.
It's a demo. I think Exotic got bumped into that to gain the speed to get rid of a player from NRG. Daniel has to make contact. He does. He's been doing that all day so far. Exotic with 1 chip over. Beast Mode again low on boost. Every time we see anybody on Vitality attacking, it's against the Beast Mode that is typically low on boost. He needs to, you know, get gobbling back up again. We said that so much earlier on. He's been failing to do so. It's 80 seconds. Zen, a shot on target. Atomic is low, but stretches far enough.
Daniel now left to have to focus on these follow-up shots that are going to be coming from Vitality. Just over 1 minute left to go. Vitality only 1 win away, and potentially a 3-goal lead could definitely secure it here. But 2-0 for now has been more than enough for the entirety of this game.
It's a lovely play from Monkey Moon. Does keep that chance going. The question mark is still in the orange half of the pitch. Daniel sends it long. Beast Mode next to it, but Zen is in the way.
Oh, Atomic to the backboard here. Monkey Moon, no space given. Vitality working together to try and make the pass and play Zen. We've already seen him take a couple of these shots here, but Beast Mode's going to deny.
Into the corner. Beast Mode again low boost. He's not able to find too much success when he is on that low boost. Atomic, he's going to follow in those footsteps. Now only 30 seconds remain.
Shot up, denied by none other than Monkey Moon. Center over to Exotic. He's not fast enough. Instead, it's a redirect up. Daniel there to follow, and it's taken off by Zen. Over to Exotic, off the sidewall and out.
Exotic nearly showed him how it's done. 10 seconds left of NRG's life at the Esports World Cup. Will they peak in the top 8? It looks like they might. Team Vitality continue their winning streak over their across the Atlantic rivals. NRG will be having their key crushed at the hands of Zen, Monkey Moon, and Exotic.
NRG, they tried so desperately to come back in this series, but Vitality were just stronger. They've gotten closer than they ever have before to finding a win, but at the end of the day, Monkey Moon, Zen, and Exotic will always be inevitable.
And that also